Hello and welcome. In this video, I will guide you through how to request an alternative caller ID so that users can display a third-party telephone number when making calls using CallSwitch One. This is useful if you want to display a third-party telephone number on another network using the CallSwitch One apps and desk phones. To submit a request, log on to your portal at callswitch1.com and click the Edit Customer button next to the account that you'd like to submit the request for. I'll now submit a request for Gizmo Electronics, who are the customer at the top of my list here. So what I'm going to do is click the Edit Customer button there on the right hand side. And what I then need to do is go to the Phone Numbers tab. I will now be able to see all of the telephone numbers that are currently on the account, but if I scroll down slightly, there will be an option for alternative CLIs. So these are telephone numbers that you may want to display when making phone calls that actually belong on another network. Now, to submit a request to use an alternative CLI, just click the Add New CLI button. I now need to enter the name for whom the request is being made for. Then enter their email address. The Email Customer button allows you to enable updates and notifications regarding this request to be emailed directly to your customer, with you being copied into the emails. When this is switched off, the emails will just go to you. You then just need to enter the third-party telephone number that you would like to use as a CLI on the account. Then click the Submit Request button. Shortly after submitting the alternative caller ID request in your portal, you will receive an email that looks like this. It will advise you that we've received your request, and you will be instructed to click the Confirm My Details button in order to provide evidence that your customer owns the telephone number that you wish to display. Once you've clicked the Confirm My Details button, you'll be redirected to a portal at numbertransfer.net. Once you've been redirected to the numbertransfer.net portal, you will be required to provide evidence that your customer owns the telephone number that they wish to use as an alternative CLI. This is important to meet Ofcom regulations. You just need to drag and drop that proof of ownership file in the box provided, and the best document that you can provide as evidence would be a copy of the phone bill that your customer receives from their current provider of that telephone number. If the telephone number in question doesn't appear on their phone bill, then actually submitting a screenshot from the online account that they have with the provider would be sufficient evidence. You then just need to tick the declaration box and click the Submit Files button to complete your request. Once we've processed the request, you'll be able to see the third-party telephone number in your customer's dashboard. If you click Log into Customer, and then once in their dashboard, click My Numbers, and then select Alternative Caller ID, then all of the verified caller IDs will appear here. The telephone number that I submitted the request for will show up here as soon as it's been processed with Nebula. When the telephone number does show up there, you will then be able to set the caller ID for the users on the account by simply clicking Users, clicking Edit next to a user, and then the alternative caller ID will show up in this caller ID drop down where you can set the number to be displayed for outbound calls. And that is how you submit and set an alternative caller ID on a CallSwitch One account. Thanks for watching.